I'm Silas Farley, and I'm one of the principal guest teachers at SAB this year. From when I was 7 years old when I started dancing, I had this real sense of calling that my whole life was somehow going to be devoted to ballet. So I knew that meant I wanted to be a professional dancer, and I wanted to become a teacher and a choreographer and a scholar of the history and evolution of the art form, to have as big a grasp of what ballet is as possible. I moved here when I was 14 years old. I lived in the dorm upstairs when I was 14 till I was 19, because I even lived in the dorm my first year in the company. And having been one of the stronger students from my ballet school where I came from, and now I was in a class full of young men who had all been the strongest of wherever they had come from. Then we were there like iron sharpening iron. As a student here at the school, I was fascinated by the whole institution, and I would sit in the doorways and I would write down the combinations from the faculty members, and I wanted to absorb everything I could about the aesthetic of Balanchine, his ideas about technique and energy and musicality and choreography. I was invited to be one of the first 2 students to teach in the school while I was still a student, which was an amazing thing to do. So in my advanced men year, I taught a series of intermediate men classes. So by coming to this school, it opened up a whole new life for me in an artistic way, in a vocational way, in a professional way, that then transpired in me being invited to join New York City Ballet when I was 18, and that was a dream come true. The School of American Ballet changed my whole life. And I come from a family that had every possible intangible spiritual resource, but not a lot of financial resources. So the fact that I got to come for summer course and year round was all because of the most extraordinarily generous scholarships. And so I am forever grateful to the different foundations and patrons who paid for my training. So to get to come back now as a teacher and impart some of those ideas that I had so loved learning as a student is a great, great joy.